woman dear, here's what I want you to think about. Think about if every piece in your wardrobe was something you were excited to wear and therefore you wore it regularly. Think about if every outfit you had felt stylish and comfortable. And think about if you had this great wardrobe by buying less, spending less money because you were shopping strategically and you were only buying what was going to be the most versatile and loved purchases for you. If this all sounds good to you, stay tuned because that is what this video is all about. Rebecca Jacobs, your style coach and style strategist here. I'm all about helping you love what you're wearing every single day. So glad you're joining me for this very special behind the scenes trying on video where I show you my process to buy and keep clothes that I absolutely love and I'm going to keep wearing in the long term. So before we even dive into all that trying on and shopping, the first step is always getting really clear on what our closet needs are right now. So I'm looking at my closet to help figure out what is missing and what would benefit from me adding. Then I'm looking at my curated Pinterest boards to see what inspiration I can pull from there that'll be very relevant and wearable to me. Now, from looking at those things, I am putting together a list of what I want to buy this season. Nothing goes on my list that I don't plan to wear with pieces I already have. This is important. I want to make sure everything that's on my list, I know what I'm going to be wearing it with, so I know what I'm checking for when I'm trying it on. One of the items on my list this time is a white top, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. So going off that point, the white top is on my list for two reasons. I really want a white top to wear with my skinny trousers. I have some colored trousers, some patterned trousers that I would just love a white sleeveless top to be wearing them with this summer. And I realized I also really would like a white top to go with some of my colored high-waisted skirts. So the reason I want the white top is two purposes. Now, with that in mind, I looked up, did some research online, found four I really liked that I think could fit those purposes. So I bought them all from stores that have free shipping and free returns so that I can try them all on and make sure I'm buying the right one for me and for that specific purpose I want it for. Okay, let's get to the trying on. Our first contender here is this white linen top. It's a longer one that I bought because I knew it would be great to wear with those skinny jeans and skinny trousers. The first purpose I wanted this top for. My first impression when trying it on is I feel really great in it. I love that it's linen. I love the fit of it so far, but I do want to take a bit of a closer look and make sure it's fitting okay. So I want to make sure that it's not pulling anywhere, that it's not gaping. I want to make sure that I can move around in it comfortably, and all of that is looking good. Okay, so it's past the fit and feel kind of test, but now the step is to make sure that it's going to work in the outfits I actually want to be wearing it in. So I'm going to try it on with some real pants from my closet and make sure it is working well. Now the only disadvantage of this one is that although it's working very well with the skinny trousers, it's really only going to be that single purpose. It's not going to work as well with my high-waisted skirts because it has this belt around it. So it's going great. I'm loving that waist belt for wearing with skinny trousers. For a bit of waist definition is always flattering on a silhouette like mine. But the one thing I am noticing is that it's made of linen. So it is getting wrinkled and it's gonna get wrinkled really easily while I'm wearing it. So since this is what I'm thinking about keeping, I gotta make sure I like how it looks when it's a little wrinkly. Okay, on to our top number two here. So this one, unlike our last one, I bought thinking it could fulfill both purposes, which would be great. Then I would only be buying one top instead of two. So I thought this top layer here could kind of drape over my high-waisted skirts like a crop top, and I could tuck in the bottom layer. I thought it would still be long enough to wear with pants using this bottom layer, so it seemed like it might be great. So my first impression is that I don't know if it's going to work for the purpose I wanted it to, but I do really love this ruffled neckline. It is one of my favorite necklines I've tried on. The other thing I'm noticing is that it's kind of see-through, which is not really the look I was going for when I was shopping for a crisp white top. Okay, so now I'm checking the fit, and the fit seems kind of only okay. It seems like it'll stay up fine, but it feels kind of pulling and gaping around the neckline. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I want to be wearing, but I'll move it on to the next step and see if it works with my skirts like I thought about wearing it with. And this isn't really working as good as I thought either. I'm not loving how it looks with my skirt, and I realized trying this one on that I would rather have a top that I could tuck in instead of this crop top looking thing with my skirts. As I mentioned, I had bought this top thinking it could be multi-purpose, and what I'm finding is I don't really love how it looks with my skirts, and I also don't love it as much with my pants as the ones I just tried on. Sometimes multi-purpose is not that great at any purpose. So although I do love the neckline, it's, like I said, one of my favorite necklines I've put on. There's an important lesson here, which is that loving one thing about something isn't reason enough to keep it. That you really need to love everything about every piece you buy. Okay, now we can go on to top number 3, which is this guy over here. Like the first top, this is a single purpose buy instead of a multi-purpose. Unlike the first top, it is one I can really see myself wearing with my high-waisted skirts. I think the fullness around the top will really balance out the fullness of my skirt very well, but because it is shorter, I don't see myself wearing it with my skinny trousers. So I'm loving how I feel in this one. It feels playful and it feels sophisticated, which is exactly how I want to be feeling in my clothes. I am now moving on to check the fit, and for a top like this, I want to look at the strap length. A lot of the time, straps like this are way too long on me, but these straps seem pretty perfect. I want to check and make sure there's no pulling, that it's not gaping anywhere, that it's fitting me well in the chest and in the waist here. So far, so good. Moving on to trying it in real life outfits. So I'm tucking it into my high-waisted skirts, and I'm really liking how it's looking. That ruffle along the top is really helping to balance out my top half with that fullness of the skirt, and tucking it in is giving me that waist definition that makes a top like this more flattering than if I just wore it over top of pants. Okay, so it's seeming like a winner. I checked the fit and it fit well. I liked how I feel in it, and I tried it on with the outfits I actually want to wear it in, and those were working really well as well. Great, awesome, loving it. Okay, so our last top here is another one I had planned to be a dual purpose buy that I thought that it would work well with my pants and with my skirts. So I thought it would work really well tucked into those high-waisted skirts in the summer. It's a little one shoulder top here. And I also thought that unlike the last one, it would work just as well with my pants because it is longer and because it is not gonna throw me out of proportions where the last one had that ruffling around the chest area. This one is slim here and it'll work well with my skinny trousers, or so I think. Okay, so looking at the fit, it's fitting me pretty well. This is a great fit for a one shoulder top. I can move my arms around. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere in it. That is fantastic. So although I am really liking the fit, I don't know if I'm liking the feel of it as much. Compared to the last 3 I just tried on, I'm not really as excited about this one. And this one is all new and shiny right now, so if I'm not totally loving it right now, I imagine I'm not going to be loving it in the long term. So I don't think I'm going to bother trying this one on in any outfits. I think I'm just going to go ahead and send this one back. And there you have it. That brings us to the end of the trying on process. I'm going to keep top number 1 to wear with my trousers, and I'm going to keep top number 3 to wear tucked in to my high-waisted skirt, and I feel great about both of them. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that it'll help you to be more intentional and deliberate with what you buy and what you keep. If you really want to get serious about shopping more purposefully and powerfully, I want you to download this checklist I put together that has everything you should be looking for when you're trying stuff on, even beyond the tips and what I was looking for that I shared in this video. I encourage you to go download it. I've linked it below this video in those notes there. And if you got value from today's video, leave a comment and let me know what area of your wardrobe you are going to shop intentionally for this season. And since you've watched this far, I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a wonderful week.